Adrenochrome, the myth that refuses to die. Adrenochrome is a real chemical compound. That part is true. It's what happens when adrenaline oxidizes, when it breaks down and changes form. And that single fact is exactly why this story became so dangerous. Because the best conspiracy theories don't start with something fake. They start with something real, a real word, a real compound, a real scientific footprint. And then they twist it into a monster. For decades, adrenochrome existed mostly in the shadows of chemistry and obscure medical research. Until one thing happened. It entered pop culture. In Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, adrenochrome is described like a rare drug, something harvested from living humans, something so powerful it feels unnatural. The scene was fiction, but it didn't feel like fiction. It felt like someone accidentally revealed something they weren't supposed to. And once that idea hit the public, the internet took it and turned it into a legend, a modern vampire story. Not about blood, but about adrenaline. The story began spreading in underground forums, dark corners of the web, places where rumors aren't treated like rumors. They're treated like classified leaks. And the narrative evolved into something far darker. That adrenochrome wasn't just a chemical. It was a product, a commodity, a secret currency of the elite. Then the myth merged with real-world distrust. Billionaires, politicians, Hollywood, private islands, human trafficking headlines, government cover-ups. And suddenly the word adrenochrome became more than a chemical. It became a symbol for the idea that powerful people don't just control money, they control humans. And the darkest reason this rumor spread so fast is because it targeted the one subject that hijacks the human mind instantly: children. Once you inject that into the narrative, logic disappears. Because people don't share the story because they've proven it. They share it because it terrifies them. Because it feels like the missing puzzle piece that explains why the world feels corrupted. And that's what makes this myth so powerful. Not the evidence, the emotion, the fear, the rage. Because when a conspiracy story gives evil a face, people stop asking if it's true and start asking how deep it goes. And that's why the adrenochrome legend refuses to die. Because every time a real scandal breaks, every time another powerful name gets exposed, the myth doesn't weaken. It grows, it adapts, it spreads. Adrenochrome may be a real compound, but the story attached to it is something else. A modern horror tale, written by paranoia, fed by distrust, and amplified by an internet that rewards the darkest story every single time.